If laziness was a person, it would be stealing your dreams every single day and you're letting it. That's the hard truth. You wake up with dreams, with goals, with this vision of the life you want, and then one small decision at a time, you hand it over to laziness like it owns you. You hit snooze one more time. You scroll through your phone for just 5 minutes that turns into an hour. You say, I'll do it later, and later never comes. That's not harmless. That's not rest. That's sabotage. Here's what you need to understand. Laziness is not a feeling. It's a habit. And every time you choose it, you're training your brain to give up on yourself. You're teaching yourself that comfort is more important than progress. And you know what? You already know this. You feel it when you go to bed at night thinking, I could have done more today. That sting? That's regret whispering in your ear, and it gets louder the longer you ignore it. And I get it. You're not lazy because you don't care. You're lazy because your brain loves comfort. It loves the quick dopamine hit of Netflix, the easy scroll of social media, the soft pillow when you don't want to face the day. But here's the truth. You are not your feelings. You are your actions. I want you to hear me loud and clear. Motivation is garbage. You're never going to feel like doing the hard stuff. You have to make yourself move anyway. That's how you beat laziness. So the next time your mind says, I don't feel like it, I want you to count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move. Stand up. Start, because action kills laziness faster than any motivational quote ever will. You don't need to feel ready. You need to act. Here's the kicker. Your dreams don't care how you feel. Your goals don't care if you're tired, scared, or overwhelmed. They're waiting for you to show up. And the longer you let laziness win, the further your future slips away. So stop letting that thief in your house. Stop giving it your time, your energy, your potential. This is the moment you decide you move or you lose. You think laziness is just you being tired or needing rest, but it's not. It's way more dangerous than that. Laziness is a silent thief. It sneaks into your life disguised as comfort, and before you know it, it's stolen your time, your energy, and your momentum. It's the voice that whispers, just do it later. And the reason you look back 6 months from now wondering why nothing has changed, you don't even notice it happening most of the time. Because laziness doesn't scream, it whispers. It tells you to hit snooze one more time, to scroll for a few minutes, to skip that one task, because it feels uncomfortable. And you listen. Every time you choose that little voice, you're giving up a piece of your future. Think about this. Every goal you've ever had, every dream you've ever imagined, it all depends on what you do today. Laziness is like compound interest in reverse. Every small decision to do it later builds up until one day you realize you've lost months, maybe even years. That's why laziness isn't just about one day. It's about what kind of person you're training yourself to become. And let's be brutally honest, you already feel it. You know deep down when you're letting yourself off the hook. That guilt you feel at night, lying in bed, thinking, I could have done more. That's the cost of laziness knocking on your door. And I want you to hear me. You're not lazy because you don't care. You're lazy because you're comfortable, because doing nothing feels easier than facing hard things, because it's safer to procrastinate than risk failure. But here's the truth, and I need you to let this sink in. You are not supposed to feel like doing it. Motivation? Forget it. That's not coming to save you. You'll never feel like working out, like pushing on that business idea, like studying when you're tired. You have to move anyway. This is why I tell people all the time, stop waiting for motivation. You're training yourself every single day, either to show up or to check out. And when you choose laziness, you're rehearsing failure. That sounds harsh, but I say it because I care. I've been there. I've wasted days waiting to feel ready. Guess what? You never feel ready. You act anyway. And that's how you win. Laziness costs you more than time. It costs you your self-respect. It eats at your confidence. Because when you break promises to yourself, you start believing you can't rely on you. And that is the worst place you can be. You need to know you can count on yourself. And the only way to build that trust is to act when you don't want to. So today, you draw the line. You stop letting that thief steal your life one comfortable moment at a time. When your brain says, I don't feel like it, you say, I'm doing it anyway. Count down with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. Start. do one thing. Because you're not lazy, you're just untrained. And today is the day you train yourself to fight back. You want to know why you're lazy? It's not because you're broken or because you don't care. It's because your brain is designed to keep you safe. And safe means comfortable. Your brain loves predictability. It loves the couch, it loves the phone in your hand, and the easy dopamine hit from scrolling. That's not you being weak. That's your brain doing what it's wired to do, protect you from hard things. But here's the kicker. The same brain that's trying to keep you comfortable is also the reason you feel stuck, unfulfilled, and frustrated with yourself. Every time you avoid doing the hard thing, your brain rewards you with relief. You skip the gym? Instant relief. You don't send that email? Temporary relief. You put off studying? Comfort in the moment. That feels good in the short term, but it kills you in the long term because you're training your brain to run from discomfort instead of face it. And the more you run, the stronger that avoidance habit gets. It's not laziness. It's a conditioned response. That's why it feels automatic. That's why you say, I'll do it tomorrow, even though you know it's a lie. And let's talk about fear. Fear is one of the biggest drivers of laziness. We avoid things we think we might fail at. We procrastinate on our dreams because doing nothing feels safer than risking embarrassment or rejection. You tell yourself you're lazy, but what you really are is scared. Scared of not being good enough. Scared of trying and falling flat on your face. But here's the truth. You cannot outthink fear. You can only outact it. That's why I keep telling you, don't wait until you feel ready. You're never going to feel ready. You have to act before you feel like it. Because action builds confidence and kills fear. Another reason you feel lazy. Lack of clarity. When you don't have a crystal clear plan for what to do, your brain defaults to doing nothing. Vague goals like I need to get healthy or I should work on my business are exhausting because your brain doesn't know where to start, so it just shuts down. That's why I tell people all the time, make your goals stupid simple. Instead of I need to work out more, decide, I'm going to put on my shoes and go for a 10-minute walk. Your brain can handle that. Small clarity creates big momentum. Here's the thing, laziness isn't who you are, it's what you've practiced. And you can practice something else, starting today. The moment you feel yourself avoiding something, use the 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. You don't need motivation. You need momentum. Because once you take that first step, you prove to yourself you can do hard things. And that starts to rewire everything. So stop calling yourself lazy. You're not lazy. You're human. Your brain loves comfort, but you are not your brain. You're the one in control. You decide what happens next. And I need you to hear this. The life you want is waiting, but it's on the other side of discomfort. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Count it down. Move. And watch what happens when you stop letting your wiring win and start training yourself to act anyway. There comes a moment when you finally see it. The truth that changes everything. Laziness is not who you are. It's what you choose. That sounds harsh, but it's also the most freeing thing you'll ever realize. Because if it's a choice, you can change it. You're not broken. You're not doomed to procrastinate forever. You're simply making small choices that keep you stuck. And the second you decide differently, everything shifts. That's your breakthrough moment. Most people wait for something outside of them to change. They think, when I feel motivated, then I'll start. When I have more time, then I'll do it. When I'm less tired, then I'll commit. Guess what? That day doesn't come. Motivation isn't coming to knock on your door. Time isn't going to magically appear. You don't stumble into discipline. You choose it. That moment when you finally get angry enough at your own excuses. When you finally say, enough. I'm done being the reason I'm stuck. That's when everything changes. You have to understand this. There's no magical version of you waiting to be unlocked. There's just you, the same you, with different habits and a different decision in the moment. That's what changed my life, and that's what can change yours. The day I realized that I was waiting for motivation that was never going to show up, I stopped waiting and started acting. I counted down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I moved. That tiny 5-second action changed my life because it taught me something powerful. Action comes before motivation, not the other way around. And here's the crazy thing. Once you stop identifying as lazy and start seeing it as a temporary behavior, you unlock control. Think about that. Every time you say, I'm lazy, you're telling your brain who you are, and your brain listens. But when you say, I'm choosing comfort right now, and I can choose something else, suddenly you're in the driver's seat. That's the breakthrough. You're not lazy. You're just untrained. And starting today, you can train yourself to move, even when you don't feel like it. I know what you're thinking. It can't be that simple, but it is. You've been doing the opposite your whole life. You've been practicing hesitation, practicing excuses, practicing avoidance, and you've gotten really good at it. All you have to do is practice the opposite. It starts with one moment, one decision to do what you don't feel like doing, one step toward the thing you've been avoiding. And here's what happens. You prove to yourself that you're capable. That proof builds confidence. That confidence builds momentum. And momentum is how you win. This is where the magic happens, because you stop waiting and start doing. You stop overthinking and start moving. And I'm telling you right now, if you can commit to acting before you feel like it, your entire life will change. That breakthrough moment is not some big dramatic scene. It's quiet. It's the moment you stop negotiating with laziness and just move. It's when you hear that voice say, "I don't feel like it," and you answer back, "I'm doing it anyway." This is you drawing a line in the sand. This is you deciding to stop handing your power over to laziness. And yes, it's going to feel uncomfortable at first. Your brain is going to fight back. You'll want to quit. But every time you push through, you're teaching your brain a new habit. I move no matter what. And when you do that, laziness doesn't stand a chance. So here's the truth. The breakthrough is not about never feeling lazy again. It's about what you do when you feel lazy. You either stay stuck or you move. You either wait or you act. And starting today, you choose to act. That's the moment you stop living on autopilot and start designing your life. That's the moment you take your power back. Count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. That's your breakthrough. You want to kill laziness. You need a plan that actually works, not some fluffy motivational quote that feels good for 5 minutes and then fades. This is about building systems and habits that make action automatic. Because if you leave it up to how you feel, laziness will win every single time. The first step is simple. Set one clear, small goal each day. Not 10 things. Not a giant, overwhelming to-do list. Just one. Why? Because clarity kills procrastination. When you wake up knowing exactly what your main target is, your brain has nowhere to hide. Instead of saying, "I need to work on my business," you say, "Today I'm sending that one email." Instead of "I need to get fit," you say, "I'm doing 10 push-ups right now." Tiny clear goals are like doorways, easy to walk through, and once you're moving, you can keep going. The second step is the 2-minute rule. This rule is my favorite because it hacks the part of your brain that resists starting. Here's how it works. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. If it takes longer, commit to doing it for only 2 minutes. Why? Because once you start, momentum takes over. You tell yourself, "I'll just work on this report for 2 minutes." And before you know it, you're 20 minutes in and finishing strong. That's because starting is the hardest part, not doing. Laziness thrives in hesitation, so kill the hesitation by moving for 2 minutes. No excuses, no thinking, just start. Step 3 is eliminate distractions. You can't expect to kill laziness if your environment is full of triggers that make laziness easy. If your phone is next to you buzzing every 2 seconds, you're done. If Netflix autoplays every time you sit down, good luck. You have to design an environment that forces action and makes distractions inconvenient. Put your phone in another room when you work. Turn off notifications. Log out of the social apps. You think discipline is about willpower, but it's actually about designing your space to make good decisions easy and bad ones hard. The fourth step is accountability. You are way more likely to show up when someone else knows about your commitment. Tell a friend what you're going to do today. Post it publicly if you have to. Hire a coach. Join a group. Set up a system where someone expects results from you. Laziness loves secrecy. It hides in the shadows where nobody knows you're avoiding work. Shine a light on it by involving someone else. When other people know what you said you'd do, you feel that pressure to deliver, and that pressure is a gift. The fifth step is reward discipline, not comfort. Most people reward themselves for doing nothing. Binge watching, comfort eating, endless scrolling. You need to flip that. Reward yourself for showing up. If you complete your task, then enjoy your favorite show. Go for that treat. Scroll guilt-free. That way, your brain learns to associate reward with action, not avoidance. This is how you rewire the habit loop in your head. Cue, action, reward. Right now, your reward system is broken. Fix it by making sure discipline comes first. Listen, you don't need to overhaul your entire life today. You just need to start stacking stacking small wins. Because when you stack wins, laziness loses its power. The first time you do something when you don't feel like it, you prove to yourself that you can. The second time, it gets easier. The third time, it becomes your new normal. And here's what's beautiful about it. You stop thinking about being lazy or motivated altogether, because action just becomes who you are. And don't forget this: stop waiting to feel like it. You're not going to feel like it, ever. That's why you use the 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. No debate, no hesitation, just action. You don't kill laziness with motivation. You kill it with movement. Because once you start, you're not lazy anymore. You're doing the thing, and that's what matters. So today, pick one small goal. Commit to starting for 2 minutes. Remove distractions, find accountability, and reward the discipline. Do it now. Count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. This is how you stop being lazy and start building the life you keep saying you want. This is the part where it gets real, where you stop just listening and start deciding. Because everything you want, every dream, every goal, every single thing you imagine, when you think about your best life, it's on the other side of action. Laziness is not just wasting time, it's stealing your future in real time. You have dreams, and they are alive right now, waiting for you to show up. But every day you let laziness win, those dreams get further away. And one day, if you keep letting it win, you wake up, realizing you've been living someone else's life, a smaller version of what you were capable of. That's the harsh truth, and it should light a fire under you. You are not lazy because you're broken. You are not lazy because you're weak. You are lazy because you're human, and humans love comfort. But comfort is a trap. Comfort kills ambition. Comfort keeps you in the same place while life passes you by. And one day, you'll look back and wonder why you didn't push harder, why you didn't start sooner. I'm telling you now, do not let that be your story. Think about what you want, really want, not what you think you should want, but what you deeply, truly want for yourself. Picture it. That body you've been dreaming about, that business idea you can't stop thinking about, that skill you've been saying you'll learn. It's possible, but only if you decide to stop giving your time away to laziness. You can't keep saying someday and expect your life to magically transform. Someday is not a day of the week. Someday is a thief, and it's stealing from you. Here's the truth. Discipline feels hard now, but regret feels worse later. You're already doing hard things. Regret is hard. Being stuck is hard. Disappointment is hard. So why not choose the hard that builds you, instead of the hard that breaks you? Why not choose to be the person who moves, who acts, who doesn't let "I don't feel like it" win anymore? That's what separates the people who live their dreams from the people who just talk about them. You have one shot at this life. One. That's it. No redo, no rewind. And right now, in this moment, you have a choice to make. Do you keep doing what you've always done, or do you finally step up and become the person you know you can be? This isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about doing one thing today that moves you forward. It's about proving to yourself that you can trust you. Because when you keep promises to yourself, your confidence explodes. You feel unstoppable. That's how you kill laziness. You stop breaking promises to yourself and start building trust with the person in the mirror. You are stronger than you think. You have more in you than you realize. And you don't need to feel like it to do it. You just need to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move. That's it. You don't wait for motivation. You create momentum. Because when you start, you stop being lazy. In that instant, the action itself changes everything. So here's what I need you to do. Decide right now. Decide that laziness is no longer your default. Decide that you're done giving away your future to comfort. Decide that today is the day you start showing up for your life. Because I'm telling you, the moment you decide, your life changes. Lazy fear, you just made it through this video. And that tells me something powerful. You're done letting laziness run your life. You want more, and you're ready to take it. But here's the thing. Watching this isn't enough. You need to act, and you need to do it now. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Because you know by now, you're never going to feel ready. You have to decide and move. So here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment below and tell me the one thing you're doing today to kill your laziness. Don't overthink it. One thing. Maybe it's a workout. Maybe it's sending that email you've been avoiding. Maybe it's just getting up from your couch and starting the project you've been talking about for months. Write it down. declare it publicly, because when you tell the world what you're doing, you're holding yourself accountable. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. Not because it's the YouTube thing to do, but because I'm here every single week, pushing you, challenging you, and giving you the tools to get out of your own way. If you're serious about building momentum, if you're serious about killing laziness for good, and creating a life you're proud of, then subscribing is how you make sure you don't fall back into the same patterns. Look, you have two choices right now. Click away and forget everything you felt in this moment, or take action and prove to yourself that you mean it this time. So do it. Comment below, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, because the next breakthrough you need, it's one video away, and I don't want you to miss it. Count it down with me one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Comment, subscribe, and move. Let's go. You just made it through this video, and that tells me something powerful. You're done letting laziness run your life. You want more, and you're ready to take it. But here's the thing, watching this isn't enough. You need to act, and you need to do it now. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, because you know by now you're never going to feel ready. You have to decide and move. So here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment below and tell me the one thing you're doing today to kill your laziness. Don't overthink it. One thing. Maybe it's a workout, maybe it's sending that email you've been avoiding, maybe it's just getting up from your couch and starting the project you've been talking about for months. Write it down, declare it publicly, because when you tell the world what you're doing, you're holding yourself accountable. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. Not because it's the YouTube thing to do, but because I'm here every single week pushing you, challenging you, and giving you the tools to get out of your own way. If you're serious about building momentum, if you're serious about killing laziness for good and creating a life you're proud of, then subscribing is how you make sure you don't fall back into the same patterns. Look, you have two choices right now. Click away and forget everything you felt in this moment, or take action and prove to yourself that you mean it this time. So do it. Comment below, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, because the next breakthrough you need, it's one video away, and I don't want you to miss it. Count it down with me one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Comment, subscribe, and move. Let's go.